A few instructions before we begin. Kindly wear your masks, maintain social distancing, and follow the COVID protocols. Your life is your story, and the adventure ahead of you is the journey to fulfill your own purpose and potential. Kerry, Washington. A very good morning to one and all present here. I am Professor Saranya Mahendran.
And I am Professor Robin Frank. We will be your host for this day, and we extend a warm welcome to each one of you for the graduation ceremony 2021.
Professor Robin, do you think today is a memorable day?
Indeed, Professor Saranya, it is a significant and a solemn occasion.
Can you tell me what makes it so special?
Personally, even I am graduating today in Aloysius. I joined with them as they stepped in and traveled their journey along. Today, when they leave, I stand here to bid them a farewell.
Well, that's heart-touching. 3 years ago, they were a happy seed. Then life has cultivated them into a happy tree. Before they start to bring not only happy flowers, but also aim to bring happy fruits to the society. You, dear students, each of you are the reason for this momentous day.
Our theme, Light to Enlighten. And if you are the light, you can illuminate the darkness. We now request the chief guest, Dr. Lata Christie, our Archbishop Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, our manager, Father Prashant Prem Kumar, and our principal, Dr. Sister Sagai Mary, and the student representatives to light the lamp.
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
Take it to God before you take it to anyone else. To begin this auspicious occasion, we call upon the college choir to invoke the blessings of God Almighty with an invocation song.
Longing for light, we wait in darkness. Longing for truth, we turn to you. Make us your own, your holy people, light for the world to see. God be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. God be our light, shine in your church, gather today. Longing for peace, our world is troubled. Longing for hope, many despair. Your word alone has power to save us. Make us your living voice. Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in your church, gather today. Longing for food, many are hungry. Longing for water, many still thirst. Make us your bread, broken for others, shed until all are fed. God be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. God be our light, shine in your church, gather today.
Thank you, choir. We now have the readings from the Holy Scriptures by our students.
A reading from Bhagavad Gita. He is the source of the light in all luminous objects. He is the beyond the darkness of matter and is unmanifested. He is knowledge. He is the object of knowledge and he is the goal of knowledge. He is situated in everyone's heart.
Reading from the Holy Quran, chapter 24. Allah is the light of heaven and earth. The example of His light is like a knife within which is example.
kairos before them. We first offer thanks for the success of their journey. We thank for you granting them focus and direction and then strengthen and endurance. You created the knowledge and understanding they have mastered. You have created the curiosity and capacity for determination that led them in pursuit. All these good things come from you. Thank you. Today we also pray for tomorrow. This graduation opens another door to another time. As you have led in the past, lead now into the future. Give them focus and clarity and a calling from you to understand the purpose and the courage to respond and step towards that purpose. Father, we thank you so much for our time here together, for all the friends we have made, for all the days of laughter and fun, and for all the times of great discovery and learning. We thank you for all who have given of their energy and skill so that we can graduate today. Our teachers and mentors, our family and loved ones, we thank you for them and we give them all to you in prayer. As this chapter on our life closes, so a new one begins. We present ourselves like an open book before you. Come and scribe your words of life into our lives. Fill our minds with your thoughts. Fill our bodies with your strength. Fill our hearts with your dreams, that we might eternally love and serve you this day and every day. We ask all this in the glorious name of God, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, dear Father. We now have an invocation dance. And we all know dance is a hidden language of worship. I now invite the students to please sit down. And I now invite the dancers to come on stage.
యెహోవనా మురళాలించెను తన మహాదయను నను గణించెను యెహోవనా మురళాలించెను తన మహాదయను నను గణించెను ఆహరణి సలది తన మహాదయను నను గణించెను అనీతి వస్త్రమెడలించెను యేసునాథు రక్తమున ముంచెను అనీతి వస్త్రమెడలించెను యేసునాథు రక్తమున ముంచెను వినూత్న యత్నమిదను నీ ఎన్నడు గనన్ వినన్ ప్రియ చూపెను యెహోవనా మురళాలించెను తన మహాదయను నన్ను గణించెను యెహోవనా మురళాలించెను తన మహాదయను నన్ను గణించెను యెహోవనా మురళాలించెను తన మహాదయను నన్ను
Thank you, dear students. I now request the students and the guests to wear on the gowns. I request the students to be seated. I request the students to maintain silence and be seated. We now request Miss Carol from the Department of Commerce to welcome the gathering.
Every day is a blessing from God. Every moment a fresh beginning. Today is a new beginning and let's embrace it. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today we have gathered to celebrate and validate the graduation ceremony of the 2021 batch of students. I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to each one of you. A hearty welcome to His Grace, the Archbishop of Bangalore, Most Reverend Father Peter Machado, the President of the Archdiocesan Board of Education. I now request Ms. Zina Lobo from the Department of Commerce to welcome and introduce His Grace.
A very good morning to one and all present here. His Grace, Most Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, Archbishop of Bangalore, is the President of Archdiocesan Board of Education. He requires no introduction, for his work speaks volumes. He was appointed as 7th Archbishop of Bangalore on March 19, 2018 and was installed on 31st of May 2018. He has a master's degree in commerce from Pune University. He holds a doctorate in canon law from the Pontifical Urbanian University, Rome. His 12 years of service as the Bishop of Belgaum saw great pastoral, educational, and social development in the diocese. He is simple and hardworking and has a great love for the poor. He is a great thinker, prolific reader, good orator, and an erudite writer, and thus keeps himself abreast of the events of time. He has been a great protagonist of the family ministry, and he has headed the regional community for family and laity of Karnataka regional level for many years. His work during the pandemic is really commendable. His Grace provided ration kits for all our needy students and support staff during the COVID lockdown. We are grateful to him for his kind and thoughtful gesture. Arti, welcome to you, His Grace. I now request Father Vinu Fabian, the Vice Principal, and Father Prashant Prem Kumar to honor Bishop. Thank you, Fathers. Our chief guest of the day, Dr. Lata Christie, is a senior scientist from Bangalore with around 34 years of experience with the Government of India. After graduating in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Government College of Engineering, Tamil Nadu with honors, she completed a master's degree and PhD in Aerospace Engineering from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. She completed her International Executive Diploma in Project Management from 12P2M in collaboration with George Washington University School of Business, Washington, D.C., USA. She also completed her MA in Christian Studies and a Certified Counselor for Abuse and Alcoholism from Word of Life, Wichita, US. She received the prestigious Professor Satish Dhawan Award for Engineers, instituted by the Government of Karnataka for outstanding achievements in the field of engineering sciences for the year 2014, awarded by the Chief Minister. She has received the Agni Team Award for Excellence in Self-Reliance, the Best Technical Paper Award at various conferences, and President's Court Award. She has around 70 published papers in peer-related journals and conferences and has authored 4 books. She is the host of the science and religious web series called The Grand Cosmic Story. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. I request our principal, Dr. Sister Sagai Mary, to honor our chief guest. Thank you, sister. A warm welcome to Father Prashant Martha, Secretary of Archdiocesan Board of Education, who lends a constant support and is backbone of the Aloysius institution. I now request Dr. Itagi to honor Father Prashant. Thank you, sir.
We also cordially welcome Mr. Ravi Tambuchetti, Mr. Pratap Tambuchetti, Mr. Joseph Mariaraj, and Mr. Jaikar Jerome from the Tambuchetty Foundation. We are indeed delighted to welcome our Governing Council members, Mr. Jaijo Joseph and Mr. Anil D'Souza. We appreciate their encouragement and support to make this institution vibrant. We welcome Dr. Joseph Stanley, Director of SKIP. We are grateful for your presence amidst us, sir. A warm welcome to Sister Malar, the principal of St. Francis Xavier's Girls High School. Sister, I take pride and privilege to welcome my own principal. And also a warm welcome to Sister Hema, the Director of Community Tabs College. Thank you, dear sisters, for being with us today. We also fondly welcome the pillars of our institution and our guiding lights. Our principal, Dr. Sister Sagai Mary, our vice principal, Father Vinu Fabian, and our manager, Father Prashant Prem Kumar. A very cheerful welcome to all the members of the teaching and non-teaching staff. And my dear students, this is your day, a milestone and a start of a new journey in your life. I welcome each one of you to today's program and wish you all the very best. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol ma'am, and thank you, Zina ma'am. Sometimes you will never know the value of the moment until it becomes a memory. We now have a short video presentation taking you down the memory lane.
memory of the past and a big dream for the future. Now, to take us down the nostalgic lane, we have the graduating students sharing their experience as an Aloysian.
Greetings to one and all present here. I am Aisha from 3rd year BCom and I am here to represent the voice of final year students of a Loshan family. Moving on is hard as growing up. The time we spend in the campus is as immeasurable as measuring an ocean. The journey with the people I interacted is a journey of colorful emotions and sorrows we face together. And this has made us better people as we move on. What gave life for the campus are my friends and our teachers. The energy that kept me going these 3 years are my friends who gave me the motivation, the laughter, and the happiness. The NCC life also played a major role by opening the world of camps, trips, parade drill, and much more. I thank Lieutenant A.N.O. Balakrishna sir from the bottom of my heart for opening the gates of NCC world to us. My experience as NCC cadet has molded and transformed me. It has helped me evolve as a better person for myself and for others. How can I forget the major role played by my teachers in my life? By guiding me and supporting me. The great loss that the Aloysian family faced was the loss of a gem, Sister Philomena Cardoza, a former principal who was a beautiful soul and a best companion. I also take this opportunity to thank our principal, Dr. Sister Sagaya Mary, our vice principal, Father Vinu Fabian, and our manager, Father Prashant Pem Kumar, for constantly encouraging, guiding, and supporting us. We are grateful to you. Thanking each and everyone for giving beautiful moments in this environment friendly campus with amazing people around us. Thank you.
A very good morning, Most Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, President of our college, Dr. Lata Christie, honored guests, Father Prashant Martha, Principal, Vice Principal, Manager, teachers, non-teaching staffs, and of course, class of 2021. As we celebrate this day by donning our finest graduation day costumes and rectangle hats, allow me to first say to you, congratulations. We have done that one thing required of us by the government. You will never have more energy or enthusiasm, your stylish hair, or your best clothing than you have today. Class of 2021 is now finally graduating like never before in the history of the world. Because the year was full of face masks, social distancing, Zoom and Google Classrooms, and many cancelled plans. Yes, even the 4th SEM exams were cancelled too. But then we are able to handle all of these challenges that came on our way with grace and maturity. I am proud to say that I am an Aloysian from the age of 6 till date. But then I did my pre-university studies at St. Joseph's Pre-University College. At the very outset, I would like to thank the college board for giving me this proud privilege to speak or to share my experience on behalf of the Department of Humanities. It was a warm homecoming feel where I had the opportunity to once again step on the halls of this Aloysian institution, my alma mater, whose portals molded me into what I am now. I had very few opportunities to step onto the stage during my high school days. It is in Aloysius Degree College, which gave me ample of chances to utilize this powerful stage, even to the extent of giving a graduation day speech. All this wouldn't have been possible with lots of encouragement, cheers, and support from my loving class of 3rd BA. Past 3 years in our college may not have been so easy, Many of us have a lot of challenges as we walked through the doors of our college every morning. But graduation is a time of unity for each and every one of us to come together and give ourselves a pat on the back we deserve. Also cherishing the good memories and lessons we have been part of and enjoyed over the last 3 years. I'm sure everyone behind me remembers walking through the enormous steel gates on the first day of the first year in 2018. Bags on our backs, palms all sweaty. Back then, I never would have believed my 3 years of SADC would go by so quickly. Underneath all the hatred for getting up 5:30 a.m., for some 8:25 a.m. each morning, grumbling about sitting 5 hours a day in a class, and I never truly saw the time going by. I suppose there is a truth in the saying, time flies when you're having fun. As I sat few days to pen down my experience, I thought let me keep the second part of my speech thanking SADC for all its sacrifices made to mold us into better Aloysians, carrying forth the legacy of our college. Let your light shine forth. I am proud and grateful to Sister Sagaya Mary and Father Vinu in increasing the values and discipline of our college, and for your commitment and interest you show to our institution and our students. I am indebted to say a big thanks to late Sister Philomena Cardoza, our then principal of our college. I have never seen a humble and tender personality in my life than of Sister Philo. May her soul rest in peace. I thank Lally ma'am and Maria ma'am for being our class mentors. You both were indeed supporting and encouraging. No matter what, Lally ma'am would never give up on our class third BA. My greatest thanks to the pearl of our college, hidden in the third floor, can be heard only by the Kannada students, none other than our Dr. Itigi sir. My sincere thanks to Vignesh sir for viewing a number of movies to us, and Archana ma'am for her dedicated teachings in our classrooms. On behalf of BSW department, we are so grateful to Father Prashant and Father Raja for their tireless work in sustaining the Department of Social Work in our college. I am so thankful to Sister Deepa and Nirmala ma'am for their smile and sweet words which made us forget they are one among the staff. Never to forget a resourceful person, Shaman ma'am, who was our literature teacher in the first and second semester, so loving and generous in imparting knowledge to us. Even after she quit the college 2 years back, she helped us in tutoring through Zoom and Google Classrooms. I'm so extremely lucky to say that we have been blessed with a multitude of great teachers here at SADC. Although appreciation is sometimes hard towards teachers, due to the constant assignments, chart works, PPTs on various themes, and filling of the blue books which never made sense to us, and never-ending tests. They have also been through all our funny and happy memories of our time in the college. I know I speak for everyone graduating today when I say we are so grateful to the quality of teaching and teachers themselves in this college. It's quite rare to find people whose only wish to see us succeed. The student-to-teacher relationship in this college is one of the kind the teachers are willing to do all they can to help in both educational and real-life needs for their students. And although it may be hard to believe, us final years students have the utmost respect and both of you people who work for us. Therefore, we say to them with ultimate gratitude, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Teachers, hats off to you all. Thank you very much.
Good morning and a pleasant day, everyone. I am Pawan, representing behalf of my BCA classmates. Graduation is a significant milestone in our life and an outstanding accomplishment. We are delighted and grateful to be here after completing 3 years of memorable journey in St. Aloysius Degree College. It is really indeed an honor to be here to this dignified and special event, which is considered the highest point of our academic year. Thanks for everything we have learned so far. I am confident we will keep climbing as we are on endless ladders to heights. Life is about growing and being in a programs that gives us new opportunities to learn new skills that we will carry with us for rest of our life. This graduation has already shown us how capable we all are accomplishing our goals when we commit ourselves to it. With this, I would like to thank our late ex-principal, Sister Philomena, our present principal, Dr. Sister Sagaya Mary, Vice Principal, Father Fino Fabian, our manager, Father Prashant Prem Kumar, and I would like to thank all my teachers and my dear friends. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I myself am Noor from final year MCOM. I have been given an opportunity to share a few experience from. Thank you. I have been given an opportunity to share my experience I spent from past 2 years at St. Aloysius Degree College and Center for Post-Graduation Studies. College life is a very important life, a phase of every individual's life. With we come across certain thresholds. It's a place with a broader horizon, a broader place, a bigger platform to prove and improve ourselves. It's a place where we come across to being assumed as an adult, and it comes with the responsibilities and more of the responsibilities and independence as well, which we need to take care of. It's a place where we need to find and create ourselves for our upcoming successful futures. Just like everyone else, I was here at the entrance of my college gate with a lot of hopes, dreams, and ambitions. After the gap of maybe 2 years of my graduation, I got an opportunity to study further to complete my master's. And here I met a very fabulous person, Sister Philomena, the most humble lady I have come across ever in my life. May her soul rest in peace. I am also very grateful for our HOD, Dr. Ravi Kumar sir, for all his motivation and support. Thank you so much, sir. Without you, it would have been next to impossible for me to come all this way along. I'm also grateful for our principal, Miss Sagaya Mary, Sister Sagaya Mary, our vice principal, Father Venu Fabian, our manager, Father Prashant, for always helping our students and being the guidance of light. With all this, we also come across a very extraordinary experience of having digital classes, which was very interesting and amazing due to COVID and lockdown. May Almighty ease all those families who went through this deadliest disease and who lost their loved ones. I also thank all my fellow mates, my faculty members, my teaching and non-teaching staff for giving me such a beautiful memories, for their motivation and support to complete all my studies till this way. This life spent as an Aloysian for me is going to be a very memorable phase of my life, which I'm going to take it all through my way. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much with the bottom of my heart. Thank you for accepting me as an Aloysian family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear students. Each happiness of yesterday is a memory for tomorrow. When a person takes an oath, they are holding themselves in their own hands, just like water. We invite our principal, Dr. Sister Sagaya Mary, to administer the oath.
Students, kindly rise and take position for your pledge. Please light your candles. Take position. My pledge. O Lord, you are the cosmic light, filled with your light that enlightens and empowers. I promise that I will teach at least a few persons to read and write. I will protect the environment and save the endangered species. I will not support any religion, caste, and language differentiation or bias. I will always be a friend of the mentally and physically challenged and will work hard to make them feel like the rest of us. I will be honest and endeavor to make a corruption-free society. I will contribute my best in building the society and journey towards success and reach my destination. I will try my best to change my attitudes and live the values in my life, to create and nurture and transform the society as men and women. I will always live with self-esteem and never get discouraged in life and become a unique person I am called to be. O transforming flame, I make this pledge in your holy name.
Thank you, sister. Students, you may be seated. There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings fire, ignites a candle and makes his home. We invite the college choir to lead us with the theme song.
Thank you, dear choir. Some people dream of success, while others wake up and work hard for it. We request our principal, Dr. Sister Sagaya Mary, to introduce the foundation that has initiated with generosity to award cash prizes to our college toppers.
Distinguished guests, my dear teaching and non-teaching staff, the stars of today, young ladies and young men, a happy morning to all of you. God loves the cheerful giver. The Tambuchetti Foundations acknowledges the contribution of the two luminaries, Sri B. Mariraj and Sri R. Kasturi Raj, and in their names institutes the two awards for UG and PG to pay tribute to these luminaries. They have left a legacy for the society. Sri B. Mariraj was born in the Tambuchetti family on the 8th of July 1918 to Srimati Bhagavati and Bhagavantraj. Having lost his mother at the tender age of 1, he was moved into the loving care of his maternal aunt, Srimati Jayavati, and uncle Sri R. Kasturi Chetty, former Vice-Chancellor of the Mysore University. After he completed the Masters in Economics at the Loyola College, he rose rapidly to become the Inspector of Schools, Deputy Director of Public Instruction, Joint Director of Public Instruction, Administrator of the Bal Bhavan, and retired in July 1974 as the Director of Public Instruction of Karnataka. He shone brightly for his wit, oratory, knowledge, generosity, humility, and outstanding integrity. Were ever keen to readdress the grievances of his teachers in the start, touring frequently to reach them. He has been a torchbearer of the underprivileged and educationally marginalized. He is still remembered for his services rendered to all, especially the Christian institution of Karnataka. A brief sketch of the life of Sri R. Kasturi Raj Shetty was born in his ancestral home in Bangalore on 4th October 1895 into the illustrious Tambuchetti family. His grandfather was T.R. T. Tambuchetti, the Chief Justice and also the Diwan of Mysore. After obtaining the distinction degrees in arts, law and education, he enrolled at Leeds University, UK. On his return from Leeds, he joined the Mysore Education Service. His first assignment was as headmaster. He quickly rose to the hierarchy to head the education department of Director of Public Instruction in Mysore. He shaped not just the education policy of Mysore state at a crucial time, but ensured that students developed as well as rounded personalities. The institution that he built all over the state of Mysore, which exists even today as a testimony to a great educationalist. Underlying all this was the fact that he was in the tradition of the Tambuchetti family, a devout Catholic. May I request His Grace, Dr. Peter Machado, to come on stage, accompanied by Mr. Ravi and Mr. Pratap, and Mr. Joseph Mariraj, his son, who will do the honors along with this grace for 5 UG students who have done academically well. And especially to mention the BSW, academically they have done well, also the outreach programs to the least in the society. So may I request your grace to come on stage. Mr. Ravi and Pratap and Joseph Mariraj and Mr. Jaikar Jerome. Please come on stage. Thank you. The five girls toppers from UG are Sudha Jennifer from BA. Please give a big round of applause. Marcelo Carlos, BSW. Jerome A from BCA. Aishwarya S from BBA. Aisha Siddiqa from BCom. And postgraduate, Manjula B from MCom and Bhavya B from MSW. The Ravi Tambichetti Foundations have gone a long way in honoring the toppers of educational institution, the students' community. Today they are here to honor, to begin with our students. Ravi, please come on stage. Please, Ravi. Please join. The UG toppers will be awarded with the cash award of rupees 5,000 each and a certificate from Tambuchetti Foundations. May I request Your Grace and Mariraj to do the honors for the UG students, Pratap, Mariraj, and both of you along with others. Sudha Jennifer. Marcelo Carlos, BSW. Open it and give it to both of them also. Jerome A from BCA. Aishwarya from BBA. Aisha from BCom. Manjula from MCom. Bhavya from MSW, MCom. Manjula. Kindly remain on stage. St. Aloysius Degree College had a good news during the pandemic, and we were all very happy and encouraged. Our student Justina, she got 4th rank in the Bangalore North University. I call upon Justina to come on stage. I request His Grace to do the honors. A big round of applause, and we expect many more distinction and ranks from you, dear students. Now is the most awaited moment for the best Aloysian. And every year it has been given to the students who are well behaved, good interaction with the staff and students in academics as well as in co-curricular activities. And they are elected, the staff vote for them, and finally we elect the best award. The best Aloysian award goes to Sister Dolly, gets the best Aloysian award for the year 2021. Please come on stage. The management is awarding the cash award of rupees 5,000 and a trophy. I request His Grace to do the honors. Sister Dolly, give a big round of applause. Can we have a photograph?
Thank you, dear dignitaries and sister, for doing the honors. We call upon Ms. Zina to coordinate the distribution of certificates to the toppers.
Our management has recognized the efforts of our academical consistent students. We congratulate them and we are extremely delightful to award them. We are grateful to the management for this initiative. I now call our chief guest, Dr. Lata Christie, to honor them. The topper for BCom is Aisha Siddiqa. For BBA, Aishwarya S. Please give her a big hand. She's got centum in maths. For BCA, Jerome A. For BA, Sudha Jennifer. For BSW, Marcelo Carlos. Manjula B for MCom. Bhavya JB for MSW. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Zina ma'am. I request our esteemed chief guest of the day, Dr. Lata Christie, Senior Scientist, DRDO, to address our budding graduates.
Respected Right Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, Dr. Sagaya, my dear sister, and many distinguished and esteemed members on the dais, and my dear students, and both young men and young women who are graduating. It's a great honor for me to be here to congratulate you on your graduation day. It's a pleasure for me. I came here to tell that each and every one of you are unique. You're so valuable, and God has put a great value in each and every one of you. You know, you can replace a worker, but can you replace a person? Each and every one of you have an individual personality and a uniqueness. Never ever allow anyone to tell that you're nobody. You have a potential. You have a purpose. You're here in this world for a purpose. Look at your fingerprints. No one has exactly like you. Right from human history, no one has been born like you, with your same potential, with your same purpose, with your same beauty, with your same look, and your friends and your acquaintances and your desires. No one has. So there is some reason for you. You are here today, you are graduating. But this is not the essence of your life. There is a purpose for you. It's very important to know why I do more than what I do. So today, do you know why are you here in this earth? Why are you here? What's your purpose? Because that determines everything. I'm not going to give you a big talk. I'm just going to give you a few nuggets from my life, because each and every one of us sometimes strive to be like someone else. We don't like us. Many times when I was young, I wanted to be a boy, because boys can go in those days everywhere. Girls cannot go. So I wanted to be a boy. I wanted to do horse riding, so many things. So I wanted to be like someone else, someone else. So I never knew the potential which I had in me. When someone asked me, what would you become? I said, I want to be a housewife, because I never knew I can be a scientist. So then I finished my engineering with honors, and I joined way back in 87 as a scientist. And then I wanted to combat people who are telling that girls just mug up and study. That's why I took up in Indian Institute of Science, Masters and PhD in a different field, aerospace, when my engineering was in electronics. And by God's grace, I could complete. But during the time, because of some problems, I fell into a serious depression. That's again due to the reason I never knew the uniqueness within me. 20 years. And then I had my fist against God. I thought God doesn't exist. And then I got a serious pneumonia when I was doing my compre for my PhD. I was put on ventilator. I was in the Malya hospital here. And when I was on ventilator, the God I thought who never existed came to meet me. I heard a voice, I'm giving you new life 3 times. And all the 5 days I was there in that room on that ventilator, I felt his presence. And when I heard that voice, I saw everything I have done, even a small mistake as a movie, and I saw the blood of Jesus covering it. And when I came out, something was telling me to read the Bible. I never read the Bible till then, though I had it. The Bible transformed me. And I wanted to know if I have a purpose. What is that purpose? I understood I have to give meaning to so many people's life. I started writing a lot of books. I never knew I can be an author. All of you can be an author. Your story is unique. You can write your story. It changes a lot of people. I wrote my book, first book, When the Flame Flickers. And then I wanted to know if this God who showed me on a deathbed is really true. Is my science agreeing to it? That's when I did an intense research on biology, geology, cosmology, whatever logy you think. And I did an intense study, and I've written my Beyond the Boundaries of Science book, which showed that everything behind it, there is a designer, which I could not see earlier. You know, your DNA, just look at your DNA. It's unimaginably complex encoded system that you have, that maintains you, that builds you, that gives all the instruction how would you look. It's just a tiny dot. You have 3.1 billion bits of information. So now the person, the director of Human Genomes Project, Francis Collins, said, when I look at the pages of the DNA, these 3.1 billion bits of data, I just feel I'm getting the glimpse of the mind of God. So each and every one of you are unique. Nothing of you is common. Even identical twins have little different DNA. So that much, if someone has designed you, he might have put the purpose. You have a potential to do that. Unless you bring out your potential, you cannot achieve that purpose. Many times people ask, which is the greatest, richest place in the whole world? People say might be Saudi Arabia, that big oil wells, or coal mines or something. But I would say it is graveyard. Many songs that were supposed to be sung, many books that were supposed to be written, many paintings that were supposed to be painted are not painted. They are all lying waste because people never believed on themselves. That's what today I wanted to say. You know, God is sovereign. He bothered to look at a waste person who thought that her life is waste, who wanted to do suicide, and just tell that you're valuable. I love you with an everlasting love. I understood that is a value for me. You know, when I was studying about is there any extraterrestrials around, I was doing a lot of research. I found 450 exoplanets. There are many planets that are rotating around stars. People have sent a lot of expeditions, a lot of research, but not in any of those stars or planets. Till now, they haven't found any intelligent life. Why? Because our planet is extraordinary. Each and every part, you know, around 1,000 parameters are there that makes our planet unique so that intelligent life can thrive and come forth. So if our planet is unique, even our galaxy is unique. You know, Milky Way galaxy, where our solar system is located, to go from one end of the galaxy at the speed of light, that is 186,000 miles per second, you would take 1,000 years if you travel by the speed of light. So in that galaxy, in a small place between two arms, our solar system is located, Orion arm and Sagittarian. So if it would have been near the center of the galaxy, there are a lot of black holes that will suck us. If we are away, there is no element, so we cannot have life. So exactly the right position in the galaxy our solar system is located, the right position in our solar system our Earth is located, so that we can come into. And our life, how unique it is. Now, I just wanted to finish in just 2-3 minutes telling you there are something who you are. No one can change. I've met many young children who are even scared to come for your photo shot because of some pimples or because of some hair fall. They are depressed to the core. You're so beautiful. Each and every one of us are so good because it's in the internal. It's always bottom up. People who are so beautiful outside, they are not inside that way. So after a long time, you won't find that. That's why develop character. The first, develop character that makes you beautiful. That character means gratitude. Everything give gratitude. Enjoy the bumblebee, enjoy the rain, enjoy everything. You look at it. There are beautiful mountains around, beautiful valleys and sea and everything. So the second one, attitude. Your attitude matters. It's not your aptitude, but your attitude that gives your altitude. Zig Ziglar said that gives you height. It's very much important how you take the positive and negative things in life. The third one, have a tremendous discipline. Um, I think Wordsworth Longfellow, yeah, he said, the heights by which great men achieve is not got it. They did not get it by just sudden flight. They achieved it because when their companions slept, they toiled upwards. All night they toiled upwards. How you are struggling, how you are working hard, that determines how you go high, because it's very important how you're consistent in your work. The third is resilience. Resilience is the thing that gives you adversity after adversity, you keep climbing high. And I'm not going to give you, there are a lot of things. That's a small difference between winning and losing. That 1% people who win, they have this successful nature, that is, they can come against any odds, they'll never look back. Whatever past they have, letting go of the past. Because you can never go back and make a brand new beginning. But you can start now and make a brand new ending. It's because God is so wonderful. He loves you. He loves me. That's what I'm here. I never imagined so many years back I'll be here to give a talk like this. It's just because of God's grace. So somebody asked before the World War II on Christmas Day to ask King George VI to give a talk. He looked at the world and he said, I asked the man who stood at the gate of the year, can you give me a light so that I can tread into the unknown? He looked at me and said, put your hand into the hand of God and go out into the darkness. The darkness shall be a light to you, and the unknown future shall be a path to you. Yes, put your hand into the hand of God and believe that God has a purpose. God has a great purpose. You can dream high. You know, I never imagined that I can dream to bring out a documentary in Netflix, but now I am dreaming. Hope next time when I come, there will be a documentary in Netflix called based on cosmic story. So now I ask you, each and every one of you, to dream high and to rise up on your dreams and so high. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Lata Christie, for your motivating speech, and you have indeed been a light to enlighten our young minds. I'm sure our students will remember to be unique and also to remember why they do more than what they do. I now request the president of our institution, Most Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, to address the gathering.
Respected chief guest of today's function, Mrs. Dr. Christine Lata, eminent scientist, and we have heard your good speech now. My dear father, Prashant Martha, the Secretary of the Educational Board, dear Sister Sagaya, the Principal of this college, Father Prashant Prem, the Manager, Father Fabian, the Vice Principal, Dr. Jairam Jaikar, the Tambuchatti brothers, family members, my dear Jaijo and Anil, Dr. Matthew, my dear students. I am also very happy to be here with you and to be wearing this gown also. When I was a graduate, when I became a graduate, I didn't get a chance to wear it. So I said, 30 years afterwards, I'm getting this gown, let me put it nicely. I can understand that you also feel happy today, feel proud today. Perhaps you'll take a lot of photographs and selfies because this is what you have merited, what you have deserved today. To be a graduate, you know the word graduate comes from the Latin word gradis, which means steps. Steps. So this is the first step that you are taking. Perhaps you'll go beyond the step for some postgraduate studies, and you will go much beyond that, research, doctorate, and so many other things in life. I was very happy that Sister Dr. Sagaya had this convocation or graduation ceremony today, because we know that most of the colleges are closed, or perhaps they are just having what's called online graduation programs with one picture of your certificate that comes on the screen and you're supposed to tap it and take it. But then you have dared to come together and have this convocation. Perhaps it reminds us of all the situation also around us. As you know, the situation around us is what we call COVID tempered. So everything is spoken of, everything is referred to in terms of COVID now. Be careful, the mask, the sanitization, you cannot go in groups. Even our feasts and celebrations are controlled as it were. What is happening? What is happening? Was it expected? Was it predicted? I think 2 years back, or perhaps 1.5 years back, we never thought we would be so closed and like a cocoon that we would sit like this. But today it has happened. The other day I was with a group of doctors and we just had a little chit-chat as it were, and someone asked a question, what did we get out of COVID? What is the lessons that we learn from COVID? You are graduates. You have many lessons. I don't know whether you had lessons on COVID, but as graduates, as you move out into life and the big world as it were, what are the lessons of COVID for us? And as we talked, perhaps we I could make out there are 3 lessons which no science, no college, not even no book may teach you. And these 3 lessons are, first of all, the first lesson of COVID is the precarity of our life. The precarity of our life. We can't be sure of our life. We have seen last year how many of our perhaps family members, seniors, and even youngsters, our parents, perhaps relatives, friends have just disappeared. Have just disappeared. Not that they didn't have money or medical care, but that did not matter. And somehow COVID saw to it that everyone was put in the same platform, in the same hospital perhaps, and the rich and the poor were all put together. There was no such thing as a preferential treatment because there was no time and energy for that. It's not only that, and every one of us looking for one thing, the ventilator. The ventilator, somewhere to get it. So I say that precarious of life, we have to learn from it. The secondly, what we are told was those who perhaps survived or managed to create an atmosphere of survival was those who had immunity. The word immunity has become very important now. Immunity. Immunity within yourself that you build up, and not just the time of COVID, but that you have got in your life, in your system, by your discipline, by your good habits or food habits, or perhaps by your exercise, something that you build your immunity upon. That's another lesson that we have to learn. Nobody teaches us what to eat. You have grown up now. That you have to have a certain system in your life, that when you get up, when you sleep, when you do an exercise, you are in control of yourself, of your health, as it were. That's the second lesson. The third lesson is very important also. To think that, I was just talking to Madam Christine, there are something called variables in our life and constant in our life. Like the theory of relativity of Einstein, we say there are certain things which are variable, which can change. But there are certain things which are constant. Which are those things that are variable? Which are those things that are constant? Because many of us make the mistake of making variables as constant and trivialize the constant things as variable. What I eat, how I have eaten today, with whom I am sitting, what book I take, these are the variables. Perhaps it can change from place to place, person to person. Even perhaps our food habits could be a little variable. Our places of interest could be variable. But there are certain things which are constant in our life. And the constant things are my values, my system, my religion, my principles in my life. These cannot change. These cannot change. You have beautifully taken the vow, or perhaps what you would like to be for the future, especially to be towards the poor, towards the specially abled, towards the environment, towards education, to teach each one, teach one. These are the principles of your life which have to be constant. They can't be changing. You can't say that money buys everything and therefore let us change according to the value of the money, value of the property. Human being is not a commodity. Human being goes beyond. And some things in life perhaps have much more meaning. I was told, I have said it once before, perhaps in the same audience, Steve Jobs, considered the guru of the IT, BT, whatever it is, of the Apple computers, and he was a good man. And he died an untimely death, a very young age. And he left the whole empire, as it were, the Microsoft or the Apple empire, wondering, what is life? On his deathbed, he's supposed to have scribbled a few lines and he left it for posterity. And he says that, you may have a watch on your wrist, a simple watch that costs 100 rupees but still shows time. You could have a gold or diamond watch, but then the time is same. There's no difference in the time. It's only the watch that you have which you consider and you protect it hard, as it were, that you lose your life itself. When I see some people catching their mobiles, I get scared because their life is in that mobile only. And if they lose this, the whole world is lost. Steve says, what is a vehicle? Whether you take a Maruti vehicle or you take a Mercedes Benz, the distance is the same. The destination is also the same. Ultimately, you reach your place. What is a bed? Whether you have taken a golden rimmed bed with all the gold things there, or you take a small cot, the sleep is same, Perhaps the dreams may not be same, and if get a good dream, you get dream on both the sides. It doesn't make much difference. So therefore live your life. As Madam Christine said, don't copy someone else's life. You are unique. You are something special before God and for yourself. And for this, it does not matter which religion, which culture, which background you come from. Ultimately, you have the goal and the principles before you. That's more important. That's the constant before you. And so don't waste time with the variables in your life. So my dear students, I'm also happy that you are going from St. Aloysius College, which perhaps may not be the one of the leading lights and the shining colleges. But what I'm happy is, it is not important that you get a watch of a golden one, that you have a small, simple watch. But what you get here is more important than the big shows or the decorations and the other things that we have. Ultimately, life is precarious, life is precious, and life is short. So therefore, let us live it and carry this message to the others also. We wish you all the best as you embark in bigger and greater journeys in your life. God bless you.
Thank you, Your Grace, for your inspiring message. The essence of all beautiful art, all great art, is gratitude. I call upon Miss Maria Lina to deliver the vote of thanks.
Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. A warm and cherished good afternoon to one and all. On behalf of the Aloysian family, I, Professor Maria, with the Department of English, take special privilege to deliver the oath of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of all who had efficiently made this a special occasion. First of all, my sincere thanks to Almighty God for bestowing His blessings on us. It gives me immense pleasure to express my special gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Lata Christie, Senior Scientist, DRDO, for being with us and had enlightened us with your insightful speech. Thank you, ma'am. Our special thanks to our Archbishop, President of ABE, and Chairman of the Board of Administration of St. Aloysius Institution, Most Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, for gracing this occasion with his presence, his profound message and prayer and blessing. Thank you, His Grace. With intense gratitude, I thank all the chief dignitaries, board members of the Governing Council who are in our midst in making this occasion a memorable one. A profound thanks to Father Prashant Martha, Secretary of ABE, for his presence and prayer. Thank you, Father. A genuine thanks to our principal, Dr. Sister Sagaya Mary, for a constant motivation in all our endeavors. Thank you, Sister. I extend my special gratitude to our manager, Father Prashant Prem Kumar, our vice principal, Father Vinu Fabian, Father John Matthew, for their presence, prayer, and support. Special thanks to Sister Emma and Sister Malar for their presence and prayers. I would extend my special thanks to all the committee members of the event and the members of the teaching faculty for the dedication and untiring efforts. I thank all the graduates for their presence and the team spirit of participation and for sharing their experiences. A profound gratitude to the Tambuchetti Foundation for the generosity. A heartfelt thanks to all students for the prayer service, choir, and the invocation dance. I take special privilege to thank the Master and Mistress of Ceremonies, Mr. Robin Frank and Mrs. Saranya, for the wonderful anchoring and the elegance of thought and interpretation. I would thank the team who worked behind to execute this event, our technical support team, the stage setting team, and the decoration team, and all the support staffs for their sincere and efficient work. Finally, I would express my thanks and compliments to all student awardees and the Best Aloysian 2021. And many congratulations to all our graduates. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving us a wonderful vote of thanks. The future holds many challenges and successes for all of you. Each of you will have your own unique opportunities to grow.
We are confident you will rise to every occasion. We wish you all the best for the future.
As we leave, let me end with a Kuti story. Pay attention, listen carefully. Do good, think good, and be good. Give your best anyway. You see, in the end, it is between you and God. Take care, and God bless you, my dear students. We shall now raise for the college anthem.
Let your light shine forth clear and clean and bright. Light a beacon through the gloom that veil from the night. Let your light shine forth with the glow of knowledge and truth. Read from the book of wisdom, a flame with fire of youth. Let your light shine forth. For one king of many has striven, it is yours, and tomorrow your brothers. Clasp one that touch God given. Let your light shine forth. Praise God from heaven so far. It shall be good and bright and lighten as a wonder bright star. Let your light shine forth.
Students, kindly be seated.